Hey folks, everybody is building AI agents right now, right? You've got these giant models that can read, write, and probably solve the lead code problems faster than all of us combined. The DeepSeek is kind of probably even better. It's cheaper as well. But when it comes about connecting these agents to real world tools, that's where things start to fumble. It's like our production environments every other Friday, right? You've got these massive problems when it comes about connecting LLMs to tools. First, you have to go through these complex auth flows, OAuth, API key, API versioning issues. The kind of stuff at least makes me question my life choices at even 2 a.m. in the night. But even after doing all this, you've got these reliability issues. These LLMs just don't get these tools. You run into problems like your intern trying to do git push minus minus 4 for all the merge conflicts. And that's where Composio comes in. We build reliable tools for your LLMs. You don't have to think about auth flows, etc. We take care via our awesome DX. I'll just quickly showcase you. We support a bunch of tools, 280 plus. If you are building a personal assistant, so we have got you covered with Gmail, the Google suite of tools, Google Calendar, Google Photos, Google Drive, Google Sheets, Outlook. If you are building an AI SDR agent, we have covered you with CRM of your choice, HubSpot, Salesforce, people enrichment softwares like Apollo, ZoomInfo, People Data Labs. And yeah, it's kind of, we have all these kind of evolved, so you will get like highly reliable tools. For people who don't know how to code, I'll start with using Langflow directly so that you don't even have to write a single line of code and you can build awesome agents. So as you can see, you start with a chat input component of Langflow, get it into the agent component of Langflow, and that's interesting Composio component that we have integrated with Langflow. You have to pass in your Composio API key. Once you sign up, you'll get it here. Here I've connected it with HubSpot, with Gmail, so that I can kind of send email to my clients. And then, like, we have a chat output. We press kind of chat. We start the chat. So I already have a chat session, so I'll just go through that. So here I kind of asked my agent to send an email to my personal email address about the top 5 HubSpot contacts that I have. Then what it did was it kind of fetched my HubSpot contacts, all of them, and sent the email using Gmail send email connection, Gmail send email action that we support on Composio, and voila, it sent it. It was successful. And let me check my email. Yeah, this is the email that it sent with the top 5 components. You can zoom check. Let's kind of add another component to this tool to make it even more interesting and do it live. So yeah, let me add Twitter, because why not? Directly inside Langflow, you don't even need to go to Composio. You get if your Twitter is not connected, you get an authentication link. I can authorize my app. Authentication successful. Now I'll hit refresh. I'll have all the Twitter related actions that I have. Let me search for create a post. This is the one. I'll connect my agent to it, and yeah, I'm running it so that it becomes live. Yeah. So yeah, with this, I can kind of essentially now also tweet about Composio. We are integrated with all the agentic frameworks. So if you're a person who likes to code and wants to use Crew AI, LangChain, or any other agentic framework, we also support the same. So let's use Crew AI to get hold of my calendar. Yeah. So in this, in less than 100 lines of code, I get my agent access to my calendar, and it can create events, it can fetch events, and do whatever it wants. You just need to initialize Crew AI, you need to import Composio Crew AI, initialize Composio toolset, give access of your calendar to the toolset, and in natural language task, you can do whatever you want with the calendar. So let's run it. It will take some time, but as you can see, it's kind of figuring what to do on my calendar. I've asked it to create like multiple of these events, label them, and yeah, it did it successfully, as you can see. And now I'll go to my calendar and I can see these events here. Awesome. In addition, you also have observability sorted via us. If you are building an app and you want to connect multiple of your users' account, you can do it via a thing called Composio's entity, where you can name, let's say one of your users is John, one of your users is Karan, and another is Sam from OpenAI. You can give them an entity name and connect their Twitter, their Gmail, and all of them are maintained via Composio. We handle all the things like refresh token, access token, so you don't need to worry about all that. You can see all the analytics here. You can also see what actions that was taken on their account via Composio's action logs. So over here, Google Calendar create event was done on my default account, which is my personal account, and it was successful. So you can see it here. This particular batch action was unsuccessful. So you can also see the reason for that. We also support triggers. So let's say you want to enable an agent, you want to trigger an agent whenever you get an email or whenever you get a Slack message. That's also supported via Composio. What you essentially need to do is just, you can kind of enable things like, if you want to build a pull request review agent, we have a pull request event. So whenever a pull request gets created on a particular repo, you will get a webhook on your side or a WebSocket so that you can start a PR review agent. Whenever you get a Gmail, like an email on your Gmail account, you can receive a trigger that you have received an email, and you can trigger an agent to reply it. So the idea behind Composio is we don't want you to just chat with the AI. You can make the AI do the right thing for you so that you don't have to do it. I'll just showcase you a quick what it takes to initiate a connection in Composio. It's very simple. You need to set up Gmail integration. If you're using default, you can use your own client ID, client secret to create by creating your own developer app so that it's kind of personalized to you. Otherwise, you can use Composio's default app. It's the thing that I'm doing via UI. You can also do it via code, and the code is right here. If you're using Python, JavaScript, whatever you're using, it's just right beneath whatever we are doing in the UI. So it's very easy to get started. I'll go and connect to Gmail. It's it's the OAuth screen of Gmail. I'll give permission to one of my email account. Click continue. Here you can see it's Composio getting access to your Google account. If you want to instead rename it to kind of your own company, your own app, you just need to create your own developer app and pass it to us. This will be replaced by your own company. Yeah, authorization successful. Now you can see that I have the access to my Gmail account in natural language format. Let me check out, send an email to Karan@composio.dev mentioning that the DataStax event is going great with an awesome audience. Yeah, I'll click generate. It will generate the right email ID, body, etc. using this natural language text. And when I hit run, it is sent. So essentially, you can check it out in my sent. You have this new email that got sent. Yeah. So our idea is you can kind of create all these type of cool calendar Gmail stuff without kind of thinking about just chat interface. I'll also walk you through one of our AISDR example quickly. So this is code. This is using Streamlit for UI, and you have your HubSpot connected. So you can do things like, can you find all contacts in my CRM? Or kind of create a new deal or create a new contact, all in natural language. So let me try the first one. It's thinking because it underneath is trying to kind of figure out the HubSpot APIs using Composio and take action on HubSpot to get the emails and contacts. Yeah, it's done. I think in natural language, you can connect to Salesforce, HubSpot, any of them, fetch contacts, create personalized email basis the data that you have. So kind of you can create your own AI SDR very quickly using Composio in less than 100 lines of code. We have a bunch of examples covered for you. It's essentially in our kind of open source repo. So if you go to github.com, Composio HQ/Composio, you will find a ton of examples to get started. We have both Python and JS, so all the Python and JS developers, we have got you covered with kind of a bunch of examples. Yeah, as you can see, there are advanced example. You can build an AI PM, you can build a podcast summarizer, you can build a sheet to SQL, like DeepSeek research, multiple others, and in quick starters, you can kind of create a code execution agent, an AI productivity assistant, presentation agent, a bunch of cool things that we have got you covered here. And just to give you an idea around reliability, I'll quickly present a video where I have built a Devin where kind of you start with a natural language task on a particular repository. It's all 100 lines of code, by the way. You can specify the repository that you want the agent to code in. Here it was my personal repository, and like the task that I want to get done, I wanted to here just add like the kind of SUI agent as one of the contributors to this particular repository because it's actually coding a lot in our repo now. It kind of figured out the right file, the readme.md to code in. It opened it, it edited the file in the right position, and at the end it submitted the PR to GitHub. So you have got your Devin, like you don't need to code, you can build your own Devin using Composio, and we are a leader. We are at the SUI bench leaderboard, which is an OpenAI verified leaderboard. So the quality of the SUI agent that you will do is also will be very reliable. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thanks.